Hey, what's up out there, everybody? I hope all is going well for you in your worlds. Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and we have a love story coming to theaters this weekend just in time for it. It's called The Photograph, directed by Stella Meghie. This one stars Issa and Lakeith Stanfield. It follows two different love stories, one from the past and another from the present that intertwine with one another. It also explores the concept of who your parents were as regular people and learning about how their lives played out, as well as exploring the notion that we can kind of learn about our own lives and some of the choices that we make by knowing who our parents were as real people, not just mom and dad. So let's dive into it. Let's see if this was another sappy Valentine's Day movie or a love story worthy of watching any time of the year. Now, I would consider myself to be a romantic at heart, and I do enjoy a romantic drama when they're done right. The only problem is, many of them do fail to connect with me. They often feel overly melodramatic with a lot of contrived character decisions to simply force that sad ending, or they are just overtly sweet and artificial with a lot of cliche conclusions that feel like Hollywood happy endings and not real life. The Photograph, I think, falls exactly where you want it to in the genre, right in the middle. I thought it captured emotional weight as two stories of love really do evolve nicely, but it also infuses it with a natural levity and charm through characters that feel like real people living their lives and just confronting the obstacles that come along with that. And another issue I have with a lot of love stories in the theaters these days is the predictable path they too frequently decide to take. You have two people, they find that connection with one another, they spark their passion together, some outside hindrances end up pulling them apart, and from there the story weaves through either separating or reuniting this couple with all the amplified melodrama that comes along with it. It's been done so many times, but what I loved about this movie was the story, its fresh approach, and the added layers of thought that it did a great job of tapping into. Like I said, it plays out through two different love stories. You have one from the past between a working man and an inspiring young photographer with dreams of a life outside of her small town. Then you have another in current day between her now grown daughter and a reporter that's doing an article on her mother's photography. And I thought it was fascinating to watch this woman played by Issa learn about her mother, not as a mom, but as a woman on her own, navigating through life. The more she's able to learn about who her mother was as a person, the more she's able to correlate the strong similarities in their subconscious ways of thinking. And with her mother now gone, she's able to see just lasting ramifications of decisions made that at the time didn't seem so monumental, and the effect that that can have on just the overall lifespan of a person. And I thought how this story explores the impact that that had on her own life was very compelling to see unfold. It never really felt like a movie that was telling me a theatrical story. It felt like a peek inside of lives being lived, and that realism was really refreshing to see. That genuine connection you feel to the love story from the past is what naturally is able to pull you into the one that's in the present. It results in a smooth flow between the two timelines. The stories play out individually, but they both do a great job of adding pieces to the larger narrative. In my opinion, I thought it provided a massive amount of substance in a very subtle package that doesn't overshadow that simple foundation of two people trying to find love together. And with Issa and Lakeith Stanfield both bringing in some great performances and having a simmering chemistry with one another that felt very genuine, the film has two very appealing lead characters to invest in. Yet Shantae Adams and Elon Knoll also poured themselves into their roles with some very strong, emotionally driven performances that I thought added two more very intriguing characters to connect with. Their chemistry was fantastic as well. Their love felt very innocent, very pure. It was charged and very much from its era, much different than what Ray and Stanfield were able to capture together. And I thought it made each story captivating in their own unique way. Little Rel Howery provides some great comedic relief. Kelvin Harrison Jr. leaves his small impression as well, and Courtney B. Vance and Rob Morgan make a mark to really just round out a solid cast from top to bottom. I love the direction and cinematography was nicely tailored to the tone of the story. The stylizing is very subtle, but I thought it made large strides in creating just an appealing mood that flows between past and present seamlessly. It's very polished, but not hindered by studio gloss, and the music does a great job of building atmosphere to elevate the emotional current perfectly, so I'm I'm going to give the photograph surprisingly 90% on the entertainment meter. It does drag just a little bit in the second act, and honestly, I would have liked to see it a little bit more from the past because I thought Adams and Noel were fantastic together, but as the storyline was, it's a tale of love that's universal with elements of regret, change, acceptance, and inspiration that show love can work in the most conventional or unpractical of ways if you want it to. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop it a thumbs up, leave a comment below. I'd love to talk movies with you guys. Share it with your friends, and without question, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can never miss a video. Here are some links to some recent reviews just in case you missed them. All my social media links and the link to our official website are down in the description below, and I'll catch you next time.